How many legs does a dog have if you call his tail a leg? 4. Saying that a tail is a leg doesn't make it a leg. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. We the people are the rightful masters of both Congress and the courts, not to overthrow the Constitution but to overthrow the men who pervert the Constitution. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under the rule of a just God, cannot long retain it. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of earth. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has superior opportunity of being a good man. There will still be business enough. No man is good enough to govern another man without the other's consent. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. I remember my mother's prayers and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. If this is coffee, please bring me some tea, but if this is tea, please bring me some coffee. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. That some achieve great success, is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. A woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. Let's have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. The things I want to know are in books. My best friend is the man who'll get me a book I ain't read. A house divided against itself cannot stand. I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. No matter how much cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. If we could first know where we are, and whither we are tending, we could then better judge what to do, and how to do it. If there is anything that a man can do well, I say let him do it. Give him a chance. If once you forfeit the confidence of your fellow citizens, you can never regain their respect and esteem. I care not much for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. Towering genius disdains a beaten path. It seeks regions hitherto unexplored. Don't interfere with anything in the Constitution. That must be maintained, for it is the only safeguard of our liberties. The highest art is always the most religious, and the greatest artist is always a devout person.